Hey everybody, Eugene Johnson here, founder of Make Your Mind an Asset. This is episode 9, and the title of today's episode is What is Success? And I know sometimes when you hear success, a big word is like, ooh, success, right? You know, what is this thing called success? Is it about, the love of money? Is it about trying to put somebody down so that you can be up, right? No, it's not. Success is really simple. Success is about two things. Success is about a science and an art. So the first thing is a science of achievement. Success is about achievement. We all have something inside of us that says that we want to grow, that we want to become better, that we want to go after more. It's something about achieving. Jim Rohn says it best. He says if this is the best that you can do, then that's fine. But if it's not the best that you can do, you'll never be happy. He said, you know what I think messes with the mind the most? When people actually never achieve the potential that they knew that they were capable of. That's what messes with the mind. It's because we all have a desire inside of us that wants to be better today than we were yesterday, and wants to be better tomorrow than we are today. We have a desire to become better, to do more, to make a bigger impact. Even if we've had a certain level of success already, we want to create more, or we want to do more. Why? Because it's inside of us to go after, to achieve, to conquer. It's something inside of us that says that even though I've done great today, there are higher limits that I can take myself to. And that's what it's all about. It's all about going after and becoming more, right? But it's a science of achievement. Why do I say the science of achievement? You see, science is very pragmatic, right? It's relegated to a formula. It's relegated to 1 + 1 = 2. That's what science is. When you talk about the science of achievement, it's all about the formula that it takes to achieve. Yes, we want to grow. Yes, we want to become better. But how do you do it? How do I get from where I am today to where I want to be? And that's all about a formula. And every high achiever that I know, every high achiever in the world has a formula that they go to when they want to create a goal in their life, when they want to create a dream and make it a reality in their life. They know it's a simple formula that they need to do, and a couple of simple steps, and you take those simple steps and you apply them, and success is yours. Now, it might not seem that simple to those who have never achieved on a high level, but for those who have achieved on a high level, you know what I'm talking about. You know that if you ever want to go to another level, you know exactly what steps you need to take in order to get there. See, that's a science. There's no mystery, right? It's like if you take a ball and you throw it up in the air, what's going to happen? It's going to come back down. Why? Because of the law of gravity. Well, there are laws when it comes to success. And as long as you follow the laws, then you create that success. And I'm actually going to be putting out a product in June where I'm going to be talking about those laws. I'm going to be talking about that formula of what success is. But in the meantime, let's just talk about the concept. The concept is about understanding those simple things that need to be done in order for you to create success, right? In order for you to create achievement. Whatever achievement looks like to you, right? So going back to Jim Rohn, he said, are you doing the best that you can do? So whatever achievement is to you today, ask yourself this question. And this thing that I'm looking to achieve in, am I doing the best that I possibly can? Am I doing all that I possibly can? Is this the limit? Have I reached the cap, or can I go further? If you say I can go further, then why not go further? Why not become more? Why not push yourself to higher limits? Success is about the science of achievement. Understanding that it's a science, it's a formula, and that achievement is going to help us achieve growth, and that growth is going to make us move to this next thing. And the next one is the art. I said achievement was a science and an art, right? So science is subject to a formula. Art, though, is subject to opinion, and it's subject to the opinion of the person who is creating or viewing that art. It's subject to opinion. So what you call fulfillment might not be what I call fulfillment. Fulfillment for you might be to climb Mount Everest. It might be to run across the country. It might be to create huge businesses. Fulfillment to you might mean, creating incredible ministries and blessing people all across the world. Fulfillment to you might just be becoming a parent and being the best parent that you can possibly be and implementing everything that's inside of you into these kids so that they can grow up and change the world. Fulfillment to you might be to be a teacher and do the same thing, to plant a seed in a student, and that student can change the world. Like, fulfillment is an art. Whatever you design that fulfillment to be, that's what it is to you. But it's not about money. See, this is the biggest thing that we need to get into the heads of the people today, is that success is not about money. Money is a great measuring stick of what success might look like from one person to the other, and that's maybe why we use money as such a big barometer. We might use it to gauge where we are compared to other people, but it's not. If you have all the success, and you have all of the fame, and you have all of the fortune, and everybody knows your name, and you have all of the stuff, and all those things, are you really going to be fulfilled with that? Yes, you might be happy for a day. You might be happy for a week. You might be happy for a month. But after a while, those things get old to you and you're on to the next thing, because those things never gave you true fulfillment. It gave you a level of happiness. It gave you, here's what it really gave you. It gave you some level of significance. And a lot of us are craving significance. We want to feel significant. We don't want to feel less than. We don't want to feel rejected by the people around us. We want people to look at us and look at us in a high regard. So we want that level of fulfillment. We want those eyes on us saying we've created success. But the truth of the matter is, that's not what success is about. Success is about the art of fulfillment. Understanding that your fulfillment, without fulfillment, there is no success. Without actually doing what you've been called to do, there is no success. Miles Monroe said something incredible. He said that it is not the fear of death that we should be worried about. It's the fact that we have a life without a purpose. We've got to have a purpose in life. Let me give you an example. I was taking a plane from Arizona back out to my hometown out here in San Francisco. And as I was on this plane, the turbulence started to shake the plane like crazy. I mean, it was shaking the plane. I mean, people, you look around and people were scared. And it's very rare that I would say that I was scared, but I was scared, right? What's happening? And then I started to have a fear. And I was wondering, like, what is this fear? You know, sometimes, you know, the value of the questions that you ask yourself to try to get down to the deep inner thought, the deep inner heart of who you are, and trying to figure out what makes you tick and why do you do the things that you do. Sometimes it's the value of the questions that you ask yourself. So I asked myself, Eugene, why are you feeling this fear? Is it that you're fearful of dying? And I said, well, not really. So what's the fear about? Where is this fear coming from? And as I dig deeper and ask more questions, I realized something. I wasn't afraid of dying. I was afraid of dying unfulfilled. I was afraid of going down and knowing that I hadn't done everything that I know I've been called to do. That I had not gone that extra mile to be able to impact more people. I haven't impacted millions yet. I haven't touched the lives of millions yet. I haven't left a legacy for my son and my wife. I haven't done some of the things that I know that I've been called to do. And that's the thing that I feared the most. That's the thing. I feared dying with something still left in the tank. I wanted to die empty. My goal is to die empty. My goal is to get every dream, every aspiration, every passion, everything out of me. I don't want to think about one thing on my deathbed and say, you know what, I wish I would have. I want to say, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I took the extra effort. I'm glad I worked the extra sleepless night. I'm glad I took the extra time in order to get that fulfillment, because when I die, I want to die empty. One thing that Miles Monroe said, the greatest, most valuable place in the world is the graveyard. And why did he say it's the graveyard? He said because so many people die with the gift still inside of them. So many people die with that song that was never sung, with that book that was never written, with that person that they never got a chance to touch, with all these gifts inside of them that they never unleashed to the world because they were fearful, or they had doubt, or they believed that they couldn't do it, and they didn't have enough courage inside of them for whatever reason, and they didn't die empty. Think about it. If today was your last day on earth, if you only had 24 hours to live, there's a song, I can't remember who sung it, but if you only had 24 hours to live, what would you do? Who would you see? Who would you want to notify, right? If you had 24 hours to live, you know, what would you be thinking about doing that day? Would you cancel everything? Think about what you're doing today. If today was the last day on earth, God forbid, but if today was your last day on earth, what would you be doing right now? See, those are the things that we need to focus on moving ourselves towards. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand we all have responsibilities and we got to do what we've got to do. But we have to be focused on moving towards that process, because there's so many people who end up getting on their deathbed, who end up sitting there and they end up regretting the life that they didn't live. It's one thing to die, but it's another thing to never have lived at all. Sometimes we got to go for that fulfillment, and it's in art, whatever it is to you, whatever you mold that fulfillment as, you got to go after it. You got to go after it with reckless abandon, because that's where your success lies. Your success lies when you become that great mother. Your success lies when you stand on top of that mountaintop. Your success lies in those things when you actually do what you've been called and purposed to do. That's where your success lies. And that's what success, quote unquote, is. It's not the money. It's not the stuff. It's not all of these things that society makes it out to be. It's about doing the thing that you was called to do. And when you achieve and you create growth in your life, that growth and that success. So don't get me wrong. Sometimes money is good, right? You create growth and you create success and you get the money. And now you're able to go do the fulfillment better than you were able to do it before. You have a little bit more time. You have a little bit more finances and resources to be able to do that. But don't wait for the money. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Go out there and strive to achieve and strive to grow. And there's a science to that. We'll teach that and with the product that's coming out in June. What does that formula look like? But there's a science to that. And then there's an art to the fulfillment. And when you get those two working in harmony together, oh my goodness, you are a man or woman possessed. You cannot be stopped. There's a brick wall in front of you. You will knock that bad boy down. Why? Because you're so focused. You're so driven. I hear people say all the time, I'm burnt out. I'm burnt out. No, you're not burnt out. You're burnt out only because you're going down a path that you weren't designed to go down. Because if you were going down a path that you were designed to go down, your passion, your excitement. I mean, think about what you hear right now. You hear me doing something right now. This is passion. I do this because I'm passionate about seeing other people create success in their life. Whatever that success may look like, I'm passionate about that. That gets me up in the morning. That makes me strive late at night. That makes me do all the things necessary because it's passion. But I'm not burnt out. I'm not burnt out doing this. This gets me excited. It's me talking to a camera right now, hoping that the people on the other side of the camera can feel what I feel, that can see what I see, that can believe what I believe. And I believe in you. I believe you have the ability to create success in your life. And that success is going to be based off of whether you're out there doing your purpose or whether you're just going down the path of the normality of life, where you get up and you do the same repetitive thing over and over and over and over, and you never take the time to think, is this what I really want to do with my life? Do I want to be here for my entire life? Is this what I want my legacy, my kids? Do I want to leave this legacy to my kids? What type of legacy do I want to leave? Do I want to leave the legacy of, dad left it out all out on the field? My dad, Eugene Johnson, man, that guy, he gave it all he had. He might not have been the greatest at everything. The one thing he did do is he gave it all that he had. He laid it all out on the field. He died with every gift inside of him out. He died empty. He didn't die full. He didn't die with a full tank. He didn't die with a half a tank. He didn't die with a quarter of a tank. He died with nothing inside of him. Everything that he had, he poured out. Because when you're pouring out, see, success is really about giving. When you only want to achieve and grow so you can give more. The bigger you are, the bigger your cup can overflow. And all you want to do is give. Think about Christmas time. In Christmas, how your body feels and how your mind feels when you give somebody a gift that you spend time to go find. You spend time thinking about what they would like, and you spend time thinking about how to buy it, and you spend time thinking about how that you're going to find the money to finance it, and you spend time packing it up, and you spend time hiding it from them so they don't find it until Christmas. And you finally give it to them, and they open up the package, and they rip over the paper, and they throw the ribbon on the floor, and they open it up, and they see what you got them, and they feel this overwhelming feeling of joy and excitement. And what does that do to you? How does that light you up? What does that make you feel inside? You feel amazing because we've been birthed, we've been born to give, but we've been taught in society to take. We all have been designed to give. It's in our nature, it's in our blood. So why achieve? Why become better? Because you can grow. And why grow? So you can give. And that's what I hope that you take from today. It's two things. One is that you grow to give, and that you got to get that science of achievement so you can get that art of fulfillment. And that fulfillment is more than money. It's more than stuff. It's about actually doing what you were purposed to do. And the second thing is that you understand that success is about dying empty. It's about giving it everything you got. It's about knowing that if you were to reach the end of your life today, that you know that you did everything in your power to become the person that you were called and destined to be. That's what success is. That's what success looks like. So I urge you, please, if you made it to the end of this video, leave a comment below. I want to hear, what's your art of fulfillment look like? Write down in one sentence, what does it look like to you? Because the thing that drives me is being able to see the comments that you guys put, seeing what drives you. I want to see what you have. I want to see what you're going after. I want to see what gets you excited and gets you up in the morning and gets you going, right? I want to see that drives me. So please leave a comment below. Tell me, what is the art of fulfillment to you? What does that look like to you? One sentence, real quick, or one word. What does the art of fulfillment look like to you? I appreciate you taking a second to listen to this video. I really do. I know you could be doing anything else right now, and I am honored that you took a second to take a listen to something that might be able to revolutionize your life if you apply it. So I hope you have an incredible day. This is Eugene Johnson signing out. Remember, let no man steal your vision, because no man gave it to you. God bless.